Hello everyone, Deathtrap Dungeon, hopefully the last level. So we are on the last level, it's whether I can get it done in the last stream, that's the issue. The moment I'm just awaiting an upload onto the Mister, because yesterday what I did was I got round to putting Can Do on the Amiga. And if you remember, I was doing the last Half of Darkness kind of conversion for the Amiga. Unfortunately, all that disappeared because the compact flash card died, so I had to restart it again. So I spent some of yesterday rebuilding that thing. So I started the artwork, started the coding, and I just basically used what I had kind of done as the streams that I did, which was really helpful because I could skip a lot of it because most of the time I was kind of going about this, I'm not sure about this, and looking at books and stuff, and now I can go take this bit, this bit, this bit, this bit, done, next bit, that sort of thing. The artwork is probably not going to be as good as last time, or it might be, I don't know. It's a little bit different just because I've had to literally recreate it all again. But what I did, I also did a full copy. So I did a full copy of DHO, which is the system drive, and one of work, and I basically shifted it onto the compact flash card, and then put that through WinUAE. And with WinUAE, you can sort out folders as drives, I think it is. And you could also do create hard files, .hdf files. So I did one folder with all the stuff from the compact flash drive copied onto there, and then I created a hard file which I based on the actual size of what was on the machine, and then copied them back into that. So at the moment I'm just copying them both in. The biggest one was the work drive, which has got about 1 gig's worth of stuff. And that's just everything, including all the games and things like that. So what I might do is I'm probably going to do full updates every 3 months. In the meantime, what I'll probably do is I will just copy over the file, the can do file, and then shift that, just smaller updates just so that I can see what's going on, and then further updates every so often, because otherwise it just takes too long for me to do the work drive, because it's a bigger hard drive. Right, it's not just a bigger hard drive, there's a lot more on it as well. So currently on 90. So what I'm going to do is, once that's done, I'm just going to double check it on the Mister, because if I can pull it on the Mister, you can see what's going on. You can see that I've easily transferred it, and it's it'll be ready for both ends, I think, so that if anything like this happens again, I can just pull up do a quick install, pull up whatever I've got, and just copy everything back over, and that should fix it. The other thing I did was I was also on Deuteros. So with Deuteros, I've got Phobos running. So Phobos has got, I think we already knew it had the orbital station. It's now got the surface station running, so that's working fine. I had a couple of attacks from Phobos, and then another 2 attacks on Mars, and then 1 on Venus. All of them passed through, no problem, because I keep getting I've got good production on the battle drones to keep me going. So once one battle happens, I can go to somewhere that's doing all the production for the drones, just fill it back up again and shift it back to the same way. So that's been a good process. I've been doing that. That's cool. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a chance, and I'm going to do a factory at Jupiter, because Jupiter has helium and hydrogen. Hydrogen I'm definitely using at the moment. And I'm hoping that I might have coded in the fact that Jupiter's a bigger planet, so the hydrogen will be more abundant, which would be good. And then the rest of the moons have got lots of resources, so it's just going to be like that. Because I think at the moment I've only got Phobos, I've not done Deimos. The only reason why I've not done the other moon is because it's got the same resource as Phobos, so it kind of doesn't make sense for me to go and waste a factory for that. So that's the way I'm going to do that, I think. But we will on Monday go and do that and see what happens. Most of the stuff I will pull off stream, so you won't be seeing me building resources because that's the dull part of it. You will be seeing me building new factories and stuff because that's the less boring bit. Right, that is transferred over. So first of all, let's see if this works. Probably won't do, but let's have a look anyway. The thing is, I've got the files, so that's at least something. So this loads up one of my, this is like a random config, it's not, I don't think it's, yeah, I don't think this is the actual config I've got, so let's do a new configuration. Hit me July. 1200 on. Go to O. Yeah, it doesn't go to 3. Chip RAM 2, fast RAM. It's not quite 256. But I can leave it as 256, that's not a problem. Okay. Let's see what happens if we do this. Oh, it's got stuff in there. And then we've got 2. Yeah, you can see iGames in there. So this isn't quite up to working, which is fine, but at least the files are there. And then the file that I'm doing is, where is, there's iGame. No can do. Why is there no can do? I don't think everything's in there. Because I did put can do on there. Okay, it's not pulled it. That's fine. I can go and pull it for next time. But at least there's something here. So I do know that there's stuff there. Let me just check the fonts directory. Yeah, there's a lot of fonts in there. Those are the ones I'd updated from last time. Okay. That's saved. So I can have a go at that at another point. But at least something's there. I will double check this on my WinUAE later. Right, okay. At least you know I've tried to at least back everything up anyway at the moment, so that's good. Console. So we should be on Melkor, which is the last dragon. If you remember, what killed us last time was the blocks that basically came in that angle and cut right into the main block, just clipping us and just killing us completely. Yep, and we're fine. Yep, there's going to be a lot of that at the moment. Well, I try and remember where the spots are. Completely forgot about that. So yeah, for Amiga Monday, what will happen is, because I'm going to take a chance with putting another orbital frame, I'm going to drop, just for this week, the demo scene. So we'll do... We'll do the Amiga format stuff. Then we'll do a bit of Deuteros. And then we'll also start Degeneration. It's probably the best way to do it. Because that way, when I've got time, when I've got those moments where I can't do much with oh shit. When I can't do much with no, I don't want to restart the level. It's not going to make much difference, but still. Yeah, it just means for those times that I can't do much with Deuteros, at least I've got something still going. That's probably the better idea for starting Degeneration. Plus, I've been wanting to play that game for ages and actually get it completed. You've got good stamina to get through a lot of these games. I try. Sometimes I have kind of... Oops. I have rage quit on a couple. Not got the patience anymore. Yeah, I could understand. It's... Especially with some of the difficulty these games can throw at you. So I just gotta remember. Yeah. I remember seeing that the first time I go, and that's a trap. There we go. Right. Move. If I remember rightly, should be something in here. Weirdly, there's nothing there. Right, so this is the bit where it went a bit wrong. I've either got to be very quick. Okay, we did it that time. Golden key. Some sort of ward. Ooh. Oh no. So we finally managed to get that bit done. And then, nope, we're just gonna... So that needs a double jump, I think. Sometimes it's not just a patience of me doing it, it's a patience of you... Your patience of watching me go through this over and over again, but I don't know whether that's classed as entertainment. So long as it's not me suffering. Quick here. I see that on the floor. Yay, did it. Back to the dragon again. So we've got a teleporter which could take us anywhere. And we've got an Ankh that'll be good for health. Alright, see where this takes us. Ooh. So that looks like it was something to harm the dragon with. A lot of anchor vitalities, that's even better. What's this? Don't have a red key. Can't do anything with that. Red sword, excellent. Oh, there's the red key, excellent. Another red. There's another red sword, but what's this? I think it was a timer. Ouch. Don't do anything. Never does that. Okay. That's a middle finger run area. But at least we've got a bit further. They saved all the death traps for this. Yeah, pretty much. It's like, oh, this is the last dungeon now. We're really going to make you pay for it. And no save, it's disappeared now. I don't know how I managed to escape that. We got a crash here. Fine. I mean, it's not too bad. As long as it doesn't keep happening, I'll be fine. That's the first crash we've had in this game, actually. I don't think we've had any others. If we have, I don't recall any. I'm sure the game was punishing me because I was getting a bit better. Ooh, just that one got me. Yeah, not this time, game. Jump too late. I think the worst thing about this is the lack of saves. Especially dying to silly things like that. That's gonna explode on me. Yeah. Oh! Damn it! Oh! 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 Ah! No! Wait! I suppose I can just attack it with this. Mistake number one, jumping. So that has the teleport in the air has a timer. I need to remember that. Interesting, a dragon does land though. So I don't have a red sword at all. The number of times that I've stopped there and it's been fine. How? Swear the game's doing this on purpose now. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, it's the one. Don't think I've done this one yet. Sure picked up a red sword somewhere. Ooh. Oh. Okay. So what am I doing here? Where's the other red sword? Sure there was another one. Do I have to jump this? I'm not confident to jump in there. Ah, right, okay. Whoa. Oh, it's a time-based one. There we go. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I've got to keep going round and round. Maybe, I don't know. Right, so there's ads popping up in about 5 minutes. This one I've got to go and feed, because otherwise she'll be hanging around like feeding. So I'm going to go and get my cat sorted. So it'll be a good time. I will be back soon. See you in a moment.
command you.
Okay. What he be wanting me for? This'll stop him, to be sure.
This looks interesting. I'm ready.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Give me a moment, my buttons have stopped working. Why have you stopped working? My cat done something stupid when she jumped off. Let me restart the tablet. Okay, full screen. There we go. Just needed a reboot. Right, okay. So microphone is on. Lighting is fine. Okay, let's go. So this section here looks like I might have to just avoid the flame bits. Might take a couple of attempts. I was hoping to miss that, but never mind. Ooh. No! Believe it. He's trying to run around quickly and then I stupidly messed up. We have had some progress, at least that's something. So this hour and 15 hasn't been a complete waste. One thing as a reminder here is, or for me anyway, is how bad the camera angles are in these games, because I think they were always kind of criticised for having, or at least when people looked back and were saying that the camera angles are never good, and they're not always great. Too slow. I suppose I could run through, but I'm pretty sure I tried that last time and it just got crunch. Sorry, I need to do it that one. It's probably not much difference, but I just want to make sure. Ooh. I think that kind of saved me. Weirdly. Oh, oh, okay. Oh, I think we've got the sword down here, didn't we? Do you want to pick that one? Sure. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Right, okay. There's another Ankh there. I missed it that time, never mind. Come on, down you get. Right, okay, so I want is strength. Speed. No. No. For some reason I can't kill the bloody thing. And I've got the red sword as well. 74 in a flame ants, perhaps? I don't know. That one's on. That key's on. We'll take that, do that. Take this. Oops. All been done. There's this one that keeps popping up every so often, but I'm not quite sure what this one is. Oh, it's that. Okay. Took too long. Oops. Ah! Damn it. Give me a sec. Back in a couple of seconds. Apologies for that. So that place is... I don't know whether it's worth going there or not, but we have seen that the dragon is pretty tough. I can get a sword at the bottom, so maybe I can leave the red door until the first time I try to hit Melkor, but he just basically just wastes you. And it's giving you a load of infernal devices. But it's targeting him as well. When I'm busy trying to sort this out as well. Completely missed. You're definitely hitting him there. Oh. I don't know how strong the anks are, that's the problem. As in how much I can take. Can I push for like 300 or something? Let's try it. Yes, I can. There was another anchor around here somewhere. There it is. That's that gone. Oh my god, have we done it? Oh my god, we've done it. Oh my god, we've done it. Hello there, Denarian. Dragon 4 is done. So what do we get for doing that? It's a bit loud. Done it on under 2 hours. That's pretty good. It's quite enjoyable. So yeah, it's based on the Final Fighting Fantasy books, which had a load of basically middle finger moments, which this game does capture quite well. I do recall this game being quite hard, and it does have some difficulty, but working it out and persevering through it is actually, it's okay to be able to do that. You can see me do it and it's not too bad, and I'm not the best of game players. I think there were a couple of times we had to look up cheats and stuff, but other than that, most of the time it's been okay. So, a bit frustrating on the combat a couple of times, but mostly okay. And once you get into the groove of things, it just seems to flow. But yeah, there we go. That is Deathtrap Dungeon. Done. Probably a few things we've missed, but that's fine. Quite happy that I've done this now. Let's leave this on for you on full screen. Right, well, okay, that is it then. There's no point in me starting another game because I think the next one was going to be Dungeons and Dragons Warriors of the Eternal Sun, was it? Or was it just the Sun? Can't remember what the... Let's see if I've got the... Give me a moment. I do have my Mega Drive stuff. Because I was thinking of doing the Mega Drive. Here we go. Let me just... This is still playing in my ear. You can't hear it, but I can. There we go. That's better. Right. So what have I got here? I've got Alter Beast. No, it's not here. Put it in some sort of alphabetical order. There is Brian Lara Cricket, but I'm not a big cricket fan, so I think that came in when I was doing buying Mega Drive games, and it came as a part of a lot, I think. Please tell me that these are around here somewhere. Oops. So I do have Bubsy, and Bubsy 2 is there, but we're not playing those. Causing a ruckus, give me a moment. James Pond. Did I suddenly put the D's in the back? Probably did, didn't I? Shadow of the Beast. Wait, what's this? Mega Bomberman. Dick Tracy. Sorry, just so you can see that's Mega Bomberman. So if it's Dick Tracy's here, then I should get... Or is it the Sun? That's Dragon's Fury. There we go. The Eternal Sun. Yep. So there we go. That is for next Sunday, Dungeons and Dragons Warriors of the Eternal Sun. I get another RPG on the game, on the way, but at least we'll be doing it on real hardware if I can. Try and put all these back. Probably not going to be in the order that I need it to be in, but that's fine. That needs to be there. Apologies for this, I'm just making a bit of a mess. Right, yeah, so that, like I said, this is going to be for next week, Dungeons and Dragons. It's just an RPG. I believe the save states are going to be in passwords, I think. Give me a moment. So I'm going to have to try and read this before next week. Of course, with my reputation, I have to get around to doing that. Load game. So I think this might have a battery in it then. Save game. It says, in the manual, use this option often. Every time your heroes gain something, you'd hate to lose experience points, a lot of travel time, items, treasure, and so on. Right, so it looks like I'm going to have to pull out the manual, not the manual, the map making thing that I've used before. That's probably going to be helpful. So yeah, that is for next week. Let me just double check what the score is with times and dates. Because in a week and a half, we will be starting Amiga August. That's on the 1st of August on Friday. But that's not next Friday, it's the Friday after. And I need to work out which day I'm keeping open for non-Amiga stuff. It's probably going to be Sunday. So you might be seeing D&D a bit more. Right, okay, let's do an ending screen then, because there's no point in keeping you around for no reason. Right, so thanks everyone for popping in. It's been a great stream. Good to finish off another game. I will be back on Monday with, it's going to be Amiga format CD15. We're not going to do demo scene this week. We're just going to do Deuteros, because I'm going to try and get another station on Jupiter, and you can get to see a bit more of that. And then we're going to be starting Degeneration. So that's because there'll be times when I've been doing Deuteros that it's going to take a while for me to, because the boring bit is the watching me sitting there looking at my resources and doing micromanaging, so you don't want to be seeing that. So I'm going to try and get that so that you've got something a bit more funner to watch on the Mondays. But yeah, we'll be able to popping back into Deuteros just on when I'm doing, only when I'm doing building and stuff, because that's the more interesting side. Tuesday is going to be Exile Escape from the Pit. Not quite sure how far we are. We are not that far away from finishing that one, but again, that's going to be, it's the faffing around all the small bits I've got to do just to get to the end point. We have released the Hakai lore. We just got to find out where he is. There was something about the use of the ritual or something we got given, which we need to work that one out. Is basically what the issue is on that one. And then Friday we've just started KKND. That's Crush, Kill and Destroy. That's an RTS. It's not bad actually. At least it gives you some options to be able to complete the game. So if you remember last Friday, there was that section where I had the oil on this side. You start here, you move down a bit, and there's oil here. So I put my base here, and I just kept getting attacked massively. But I did notice there was another oil bit on this side. So I went over here, set up there, and that seemed to work a lot better. We managed to get through that particular scenario, so that was good. So it looks like there is some room for how do you put it? There's room to get the game done in a certain way, which is good, because some RTSs are just too relentless, just attacking the hell out of you. Two well-known ones are Age of Empires, although you can get around that slightly, even if you have to cheat somewhat, like I had to do in Age of Empires 2, and Dark Reign is another one. That's a real bad one for that. But yeah, that is Friday, and then Sunday we will start D&D on the Mega Drive. So let's see who is available for raiding. Apologies for I've got a scrolling screen for the end credits. It should say thank you to the lurkers as well, but for some reason it's not showing up, so I need to find out how to do that. But if it's not, I don't want to thank the lurkers. It's just I don't know. There's some setting in Mix It Up that's just not allowing it to come in, so I need to figure that one out. So once I figured that one out, that'd be good. Who have we got on? And I'm going to say thank you to the lurkers as well, because obviously, but you thank you all anyway. And I'm just talking too much now. There's a lot of people on today. You know what? I've not raided Kim Justice in a while. Let's go raid Kim Justice, who's playing Zero Mission. I'm not quite sure whether it's emulated or not. Zero Mission, I think, is GBA, isn't it? Let's see if... How long... So they've only just started. It's been about 15-16 minutes in. I'll go raid. Right. See you all tomorrow, and until then, bye.